We lost everything actually that relating to the business, all our offices full of our records and equipment. We lost one of our wheelchair buses, and I had a collection of antique, vehicle components. That was my superannuation. I've been collecting for 40 years. I lost all of that in the fire.
We stayed and fought the fires at Christmas time, and we managed to save our house, but we lost our barn and all our accommodation.
We'd made the decision because of the horses we had everywhere and the animals to stay and fight.
We have a little retail store in Marga and a maintenance type business. Unfortunately, during the fires and New Year's Eve, we lost just about everything.
As predicted and as we sort of thought was going to be the case, the fire came through around about 10 o'clock and completely annihilated the property, the business, the kitchen, all our stock, literally everything.
I used to work in my garage. I was lucky that when the fires came through, our house survived, but my garage was destroyed totally with all the stock, tools, equipment. It was all valuable. I lost a trailer which carries all my big signs.
There was incidents in the fire where your adrenaline, you're starting to fight the fire, but you get to a stage where you realise it's more than you can handle and more than you envisaged. But the main thing that I found difficult with was I tried to contact my daughters, which I was able to let them know that I loved them, because that stage it was the most important thing to me.
At that stage we had 15 horses still left. We cut their tails, took all the gear off them, opened up all the internal gates. The saddest thing is that 90% of the wildlife in our estimation died around us, and we'd spent 20 years encouraging all the wildlife on our farm, and it'd probably take quite some years for it to return.
My own horse was standing at the gate crying at 3 o'clock in the morning, and we couldn't do anything. We had no shelter for them.
During the fire, when the fire actually started, I think you just naturally think to try and save things and try and prevent losing everything. My son passed away in November and his ashes were in the house, so I'm so glad that I managed to save my house to the degree that I had. At some point, I thought that I wasn't going to make it out of there, but fortunately I have.
You know, things like the storeroom where we had 500 or 600 glasses in racks that had all melted. The glass was about 5 inches thick on the ground. So our business was very centred around the valley and centred around the district. When you invest so much time into a small business, and there really is a lot of emotional attachment to it, to lose it and so dramatically is, like I said, it takes its toll. I know my partner KATRINA, who's the chef and really the business owner, I guess. I am really aware that she's suffering, you know.
When the fires came through on New Year's Eve, all we could do was just watch in the distance, just the whole sky was just orange, and that's when it just hit us to say we mightn't be going back to a house. As we're driving up the side streets to our property, you could see all our friends' houses destroyed, and we were just driving to our house in tears. I could see my garage, it was destroyed.
Every little thing that's been given by the community and now with yourselves is overwhelming, but it means a hell of a lot to us because our pockets are getting fairly empty, and this is a great boost to us.
Now that we've lost our income, to get this money from your members is a huge boost, and we're very appreciative, aren't we?
Yeah.
After the bushfires, it was a daunting task to start to rebuild your life from scratch after many years of hard work, losing everything. The generosity of the community, especially from CLUB, with this generous donation will enable me to get some materials and maybe some equipment to start on the rebuild of my business and my life. So yeah, I'm really appreciative of all your help and generosity for all the members. Thank you so much.
From Katrina and I and KATRINA in Kangaroo Valley, thank you very much for the money that you've given us, and the generosity, the thoughtfulness is something that it's very touching. Thank you very much to everybody involved.
I want to thank all the businesses and companies that contributed money to CUB, who's now distributing it to us people that just need it the most. And so a very big thank you to you all.